About the hype. We saw the hype.
Oh my God. Okay, we're unmuted now. So you saw our mouths moving.
You can
with
see
excitement.
the crowd over there is excited
Like,
as well. Like
what? The fact that there's still so many people here just watching and cheering for this top 4, dude. I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
for sure. We saw the hype in the players going into this in that video. Look at them over here. STDX calling him out, and we got PK Sparks over there on the commentary.
Is that Hexen smiling?
Yeah.
At a LAN? What is this? But either way, yeah. You highlighted right there PK Sparks. What a voice for the community right now. Doing a lot of work on YouTube, a lot of work on Twitch. Huh, I'm ready for this. I think this is going to be one of the matches to watch today, if not the match to watch today. What are your thoughts?
I think a lot of it we're going to see from this first game is who can really bring it. I think if Saikai sets the tone early, they could kind of get STDX on their heels.
See, the one thing that I am so afraid for Saikai in this matchup is just how will they tell? They're an incredible team, but they haven't been challenged yet this tournament. They brought out some more fun weapons. I'm not going to say meme weapons, but I don't think they've truly been tested yet. Yeah. And the fact that the first time they're being tested might be SetToDestroyX. Are you ready for that? Have you warmed up? How are you going to deal with the loss? And unless they deal with that loss well, this could be down in the dumpsters for them.
You said it right there. Sometimes they do play those weird weapons, and I think if I'm Brandon right now, I'm going to lock in. I have a chance to beat STDX on LAN, be the first person to do that. So
I don't know. You're good.
Yeah, to try and, I mean, they've been beaten in the past in just the bracket stages, but they've never been taken out of it. And
they've never taken out, and this could be the time to take them out of winners finals. 100% here. I'm going to be wrong because it's Brandon. You can never know. He might be hearing us talking right now, but I would be so surprised if he didn't pull out the Slosher Deco. It's so good on this map.
Yeah, for sure. And he could also go with the sloshing machine. It is tower control.
It is tower control. You're not wrong.
The Stinger is always one of the favorites on tower control. So I think either or would be a very reasonable pick coming out from Brandon there. And looks like the rest of everybody is getting locked in. Looks very focused on this next game.
Yep. We got Shaq on one side at the end. We got Fuzzy on the other. The battle for the ages.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see how this plays out. These are just such two solid teams, but I think they just have two fundamental styles. STDX are not necessarily like super disciplined, but they practice. They watch VODs. They are a professional organization. And we have Saikai over here where their idea of practice is, 20 until 4 in the morning using like 2 undercover umbrellas. But yet, they both put in such a love for this game and such an amount of work that they're two incredible teams.
Yeah, for sure. I always see Saikai playing. They're always
Saikai
playing.
in the leaderboards in the app, and I'm just like, what team comp were you using?
Yeah. And also, how do you feel about this? I learned recently that both Shaq and Brandon both play with the Joy-Con grip.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. For the longest time, it was an extra $80, and they were like, nah, I don't need it. And I guess they don't.
Yeah, they're one of
the
the best
this far
teams,
winners
so.
Finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it surprised me, especially last LAN, too, just how many players don't own a Pro Controller.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I offered Shaq my Pro Controller. He's like, no.
Okay,
I'm okay.
Making the switch mid-event, I think, would be, like, detrimental.
Yeah, but I didn't realize that at the time. I thought he just
okay.
lost it or something or left it at home. So I was like, do you just want mine? Because I brought the extra because, I'm the staff for the event.
Yeah, like the
so
ultimate handicap, just forgetting your Pro Controller. But all that aside, we're getting into the match. Tower control on Snapper Canal, holding down that right side, all about making sure you can hold your ground and trying to push up into their base.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be getting into this one really soon here. I want to see the team comps coming out from each team, because that might set the tone early if they can get picks with the right weapons going into it. And we've got Fuzzy on those N-Zaps, and Kiffer actually playing those Dapple Dualies, something I haven't really seen from them.
Not a single Slosher Deco, but we do see a Hydra. Very interesting choice on the side of Saikai. Let's see how it turns out. Looks like it's turning out pretty good right now, as we already have 2 members down in a 3v2 situation. Now a 1 player alive. Just Kivver does take down Brandon 1v1 versus the Hydra.
Yeah, Kivver looked really good there to finish that off for his teammates. He's in a bit of a bad situation here. Probably going to go down. Yeah, he does. And honestly, although STDX does have control of the tower, they have 2 players down.
And that was really smart what they did right there. Even though they had that jump in suicide, it was all about the additional pressure. They had to wait at spawn to get those kills. And now we just have them setting up on this right side. And this double blaster pressure is so hard to push through.
That's almost the full wipe. The last one left is the Hydra on the side of Saikai right now. and Hexen's doing perfect work to support his team with that bomb rush from afar. He's going to go onto this left side, though, pop up that Ink Rail. I like that just to make sure that they stay out, but he needs to be wary of Gamer there on the left.
And he is very afraid of that Hydra right now, definitely respecting it. And Gamer sees him down. It is time for him to go in, has the splash shot available if he needs to jump in. But right now, he just needs to watch out for this blaster. Does get that killer direct on him. What a good job by Penguin.
Yeah, Penguin's been a real fragger here at this tournament so far. And he's going to go down, though, to the well-placed blaster shot of Brandon, but Brandon goes down right after to Kiver's Dapple Boost.
Kiver just making sure he's there supporting that double blaster comp. It is all about him with that map control, with that support. He doesn't need to slay. That's what the blasters are there for. He just needs to pain.
Yeah, and Fuzzy did win a 1v1 there to start this little engagement here, but Saikai brings it right back, and now they're ready to start up a push of their own. Kiver's going to have to do something and not get picked out there on the left. Ooh, some nice pressure applied to Gamer and that tower. I'm liking what I'm seeing. And so far, Gamer's kind of in a bad spot for Hydra to beat.
Gamer, you know, just playing the Hydra like it's a splatter shot. Nothing new. We've seen it all tournament. But this is something you can't necessarily do against SetToDestroyX because they have that positioning knowledge that you just can't really cheese them out of here. They're ready for it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, now we're back in the same position again. Hexen needs to be wary of the Hydra on the left side. He gives up the tower to a teammate right now, but so far everybody just seemingly wanted to just back off and play this a little bit safer as they're being pressured by Brandon.
Right now. Something that I'm really surprised is that they didn't try and get necessarily that last second pushing through the first checkpoint. Like, even if you're going to die, it is worth for that first checkpoint because it is such a big resistance marker on this map.
It's actually the second checkpoint. I think they got one through one earlier.
Oh, no, you're completely right.
Yeah, and that's going to go down
Gamer,
straight
let's
to
go.
Gamer right there. And Gamer and the rest of Saikai should be in a good position
Let's
to
go,
get some
Gamer.
extra points right there.
They definitely need to get the two jump-ins right now. And Gamer just mistiming that splash shot. It might hurt him in the end, and Wit showing how deadly accurate he can be. Kiver's jumping in too. He needs to die right here. Brandon needs to come up big, and he does.
Yeah,
Let's get this going.
Big kill coming in from Brandon right there. We're going to toss up the Inkstorm. I like this placement. Not want to be aggressive. Keep him away from the tower. But nobody on his team is really pushing.
It's just, right now, they're so scattered. They need to get map control back, and they don't know how to push in effectively to do it. Lots of trades coming out, but trades don't matter when the other team has this much of a lead.
Yeah. Brandon is going to help Shaq get out, at least for the moment, but I like the response from SetToDestroyX. They looked like they were down for a bit, but they responded really quickly to get back into it.
SetToDestroyX is just such a good team at having one member alive and knowing exactly how to play that situation. They know how to apply pressure, that though they might only be one member on the field, you're afraid that there's four.
Yeah, and look at what Kiver's doing here. He just doesn't even want the Inkjet to see him, but he's going to get him once he comes down there. Easy kill for Kiver right there. Might go down, though, to the Rapid Blaster of Brandon, but Brandon's being pressured in his own right and probably going to go down to, I think, two of the teammates right there.
I think he did get a trade right there, and it's all up to Hexen right now. He needs to make sure this jump stays protected, that Copilot just can't get an easy kill right here, and somehow he just doesn't get that direct. This might actually be a trade in SetToDestroyX's favor.
Yeah, but look at that. The tower is pushing for Saikai. They definitely want to get past this first checkpoint, especially since there's less than a minute left. But Gamer goes down, and they haven't passed that checkpoint yet. Shaq is going to get on to try and get it. That's something right there.
Very important. Oh,
nice
and that
Inkjet
kill. Let's go, Shaq.
Yeah, good play from Shaq right there to get... Oh, they spot out one to the left. That's another kill for Shaq. And this could be the start of something right here.
I mean, the thing might be to say Shaq is bad, but Shaq is carrying right now. Another kill. That is 3 down. He is going to get this lead for the side of Saikai. Very clutch. Oh my god, 44. Can we get one more? Okay. They had me running right there. They had me running.
Gamer jumps onto the tower. That's going to get a couple extra points just for good measure here. Going to go down, but honestly, that was a great push.
28? How does he even do that? That is 14 more points than they were expecting right there. And a Hydra. Yeah. Very nice job on the side of Gamer.
Now it's on SetToDestroyX to make something happen, but Fuzzy goes down early right there. I think Penguin fell off the map.
2DOS Mark II, and it's not going to be good enough because that is a push now. Have to get it to 28 in overtime. Ooh. We have Copilot just cleaning up. Does go down, but all they need to do is touch the tower.
Oh no, but somehow Penguin gets there first. Oh, that's a trade. One is going to jump in, though. If he can get that jump in. All right, Fuzzy keeps it alive for the moment. And, Kiver's going to have to keep it alive. They're looking okay right now. Penguin should be respawning and coming back into it. Nice kill from Kiver as well. And, oh, my God, they actually might do it.
It's going to be all up to the Hydra in the situation. The Hydra just needs to rain down justice and make sure they can't get through the second checkpoint. Because the minute they do, the tower is donezo.
Yeah, Fuzzy's in a great position. If they can just get that player that
Why
fell down,
would you drop down?
Fuzzy's going to get this win. And that's a full wipe. SetToDestroyX takes the first game in a thriller.
Oh my God! What a comeback there! And Honestly, I have to say this. That was Saikai's point to lose. Everything fell apart at the end. Gamer wasn't watching the tower. They had double blasters out. And you just can't overestimate your ability to take down someone like Wit. Wit was in there hitting direct after direct. And when you have that kind of situation, that's how you get an overtime win.
Yeah, for sure. I liked what STDX did at the end there. They was always making sure that one player was coming into the tower. All the jumps from respawn were straight to the tower, and that really helped them extend that push long enough to get the lead.
Something that I absolutely loved about their gameplay is a lot of times they just had bait jumps. They had bait jumps after bait jumps, and it worked. Like, I was looking at a jump, and in my mind I was saying, go stand next to it and kill them. There was no one there watching. But every time, that was exactly what they wanted you to do. They had someone waiting right there, and though you might have gotten the jumper, you were dead.
Yeah.
And when you have the lead, it's all about trades.
Yeah, and even we saw it at the end kind of there. Kiver baited out the jump of Penguin coming down to the tower, and he just rolled off with his dualies, got the easy kill, and that extended the push while Penguin came in and extended the lead for them.
I am so afraid right now for Saikai because they are a team that responds so much to tilt that a loss is one thing, but an overtime comeback push, that's either going to light a fire that makes them unstoppable or completely turn them off.
Yeah, for sure. I've mentioned this a lot, and I feel like just in regards to the overtime mechanic and pushing, tower control and Rainmaker definitely play a lot to momentum and affect how you feel more than a mode like Splat Zones, which is kind of more calm.
And like it was Splat Zones, you have surefire ways to get into zone. You can launch an Ink Cloud into Bubble. You can launch, a Baller. But with tower control, it is so much about those crucial picks that every interaction matters in those final pushes, and it's not necessarily one person can have a carry card in a special. I wish they would have charged up a Stingray there. That's the one thing I was really missing from that team.
I don't think they had one, though.
I know, which was so surprising. I
mean, you could say the same about both teams, though. Maybe if STDX had a Stingray, they would have been able to prevent that from even happening in the first place.
You're not wrong there. You're not wrong there. But solid play by everyone. You see the score, 73-72. That means that we're hopefully in for a really interesting set.
Yeah, as we get into the next map here, is going to be Inkblot Art Academy tower control. And honestly, I feel like the Stingray is really good here because the tower moveset at left side, and it's a pretty good choke point where the Stingray can pretty much shut down any push.
I am definitely expecting another double blaster comp here. It worked very well for both teams. It's just going to be fighting for that mid control. I think Gamer's Hydra is going to come up absolutely huge on this map.
Oh, actually, I'd kind of like for Gamer to switch off the Hydra to the regular Splatling.
Okay, I feel that because it does have the Stingray.
And I feel like I've seen Gamer play this map quite a bit, and he likes to be a little bit aggressive and just go in. Like
Did you use a little bit and aggressive as the same sentence as Gamer?
Right, yeah. But most Splatling players would probably like to start off the map on the plat. But I've seen Gamer just drop down straight there and go to the left side from his spawn and try and get like something going where he gets them from behind.
See, in most situations, I would say, Gamer, what are you doing? Please go back to spawn. But against a team like STDX, that's what they're used to playing against. They're used to docile players that are afraid of them. And the minute you get up in their face and you say, hey, you are not the best team here. We are. That's when you can start to get those wins, and that's how they almost got the win last time.
Yeah,
Red was up in their face, Gamer was up in their face, and they were saying, we won't go down. We won't play how you think we're going to. And that's the main draw of Saikai.
Yeah, they're still having some smiles on the side of Saikai here as we get into this next game. And let's take a look at these team comps as we do have no Stingrays once again.
Oh my goodness, this is maybe the new TC meta, but we do have double blaster on the side of SetToDestroy, and actually only a single blaster from Saikai. The Tri-Slosher coming out, a very good pick, even though I say that as they do go down.
Yeah, but also, both of us were wrong there. Gamer does like to go for the mini Splatling, and that definitely plays to his aggressive nature at times. But Kiver's going to get a nice pick there onto the ends with his end zap. And honestly, SDX can go in with that ink armor he just popped.
And we do have Brandon able to get a kill right there. Can this man stay alive? Can he get two? If he can get a kill right here, I would absolutely lose it. Okay, that makes more sense. But as we're saying that, they are 3 members down. This is going to be Gamer getting on tower, hopefully charging a Tenta Missile.
Yeah, should have those Tenta Missiles at the ready any second now. Probably going to pop them just to know where they're coming from during this push. And honestly, getting past that
first kill on Kiver.
Yeah. Nice kill coming out from nice direct coming out from Penguin right there. But that's shut down really quickly. Shaq is able to push the tower a little bit, but Fuzzy's going to push him back out.
And very smart play by Shaq, just not choosing to die for the tower.
Oh, and he goes back. Fuzzy did not see that coming right there.
Fuzzy, you got to watch for Shaq. He has some of the best accuracy in this game and is definitely going to get called out, though, by Kiver on that side with the blaster. You can shoot all you want, but you know, a blaster versus a Tenatech right there.
Yeah, and definitely when you get to these top level of players, you have to move once you get a kill, because they're going to call you out, and the rest of the team is going to close in on you.
And Kiver just needs to pop Ink Armor here in order to stay alive. Gamer playing an excellent job up there. I didn't even see him. Kiver was looking for that flank, and Gamer says, not today.
All right, so SetToDestroyX gets past the checkpoint as well. Hexen's got that bomb rush. That's going to push them back a little bit, but Gamer's actually going to be aggressive and take the fight to Hexen, and Gamer actually won that 1v1.
Very, very job on the side of him. And Brandon, once again, showing why he's one of the scariest players in this community. Does get that kill, does end up going down, but I think they can stabilize the push right here.
Yeah, Fuzzy did extend that lead for them. Kiver gets an extra point as well, but that's the end of the push right now. Saikai's got a lot to on their hands to kind of get forward, because SetToDestroyX passed another checkpoint.
They did pass that second checkpoint, one of the hardest ones to get by in this map. I'm just very surprised, honestly, on the side of Saikai. They're able to stabilize after that, because it is so hard to do.
Yeah, we do see Penguin there just throwing the Toxic Mist, trying to regroup with the rest of his team here. They do have the man advantage also, so I'd like to see if maybe he's going to go in. None of the players are on that left side. He might be able to catch him off guard if he goes onto the plat.
And we see Fuzzy and Shaq trading right there. Not what Shaq wants to be doing right now, because we have Hexen just set up on tower, and the best person that can contest him right now is a mini Splat lane.
Yeah. We do see Hexen right now in a perfect position for that Rapid Blaster, has perfect range onto the plat, and that's going to be two of them teaming up right there. Fuzzy's able to pick up the kill onto Co-Pilot, and honestly, Fuzzy and Hexen, that duo there showed great communication.
It's so hard to break through a duo like that, but we do have Gamer doing his best, trying to recover some ink right there. Brandon coming up huge. Can he get this kill on Hexen right now? Oh, Hexen does get the jump back, the last one alive. They're going to push into their plat with that ink armor. This is the time they make their push.
Yeah, this is when Saikai could be the most dangerous, especially when Brandon is in your spawn. All right, good for them. They took out Brandon early in this push, so that's going to keep them in position to kind of stop this, but they go down right now.
And that was such a smart play. Brandon knew he was going to die there. He was being overly aggressive to bait them for that Tenta-Missile kill. So much pressure is just being applied. We have Co-Pilot getting these directs.
But
Can he stay alive?
The last one alive. Good composure by SetToDestroyX there. We saw Hexen and Kiver working together to end that push, and now it's right back in favor of Hexen, trying to put up those ink mines just to make sure if anyone comes into mid, he knows where they are.
Though we had Saikai on a tear right there, they did not get the map control they need to just reclaim mid after a wipe like that. They have a very large uphill battle ahead of them. We need Co-Pilot hitting some hard directs right now.
Yeah, and I love the bomb rush onto the plat area just to kind of fluster them and not get them in position to try to stop your push. But those Tenta-Missiles are going to come out from Gamer. He's being pushed right now by Penguin. Penguin does get the kill, a trade. Ooh, and a nice kill coming out from Hexen there. If Hexen can secure this kill with Fuzzy, but no, Fuzzy goes down.
Let's go, Co-Pilot.
That's probably the end of the push.
Okay, Co-Pilot needs to be sure he's not overtly aggressive right there. Needs to get the kill on that jumper. Does end up going down himself with only 40 seconds left. Every kill matters.
Ooh,
right
and
there.
Hexen with a nice thread the needle on that shot to Gamer. And Fuzzy and Hexen are going to try to get something going. Fuzzy trades, but Hexen should be able to push this tower if Penguin... Oh, almost a direct coming in from Penguin.
I thought he got that direct. I was about to bite my own tongue. And we just have Co-Pilot not caring at all. They are back in mid, and they are back with a vengeance. They need to be careful of that right side flank right now. We do have two members on the side of SetToDestroy alive, but we almost have 2-3 specials on the side of Saikai.
Yeah, they're looking good. Gamer does pop those Tenta-Missiles, so that's going to give him vision of where everybody is. Now that he has the splashdown, he can go in.
Let's go.
Going to pop that splashdown just to stay alive there. They do spot out the ink armored members.
God,
and honestly, one more kill, and this could be the lead for Saikai. And
a double overtime match. Let's see if they can do exactly what they did to them last round. It has to jump off the tower. They need to be very careful of that person raining justice down from above. It is all on the side of the wiped team.
And SetToDestroyX just seems very good and stay composed during overtime.
And I think that's what's been winning them these games. These teams are neck and neck. We have the discipline of SetToDestroy, but we have Saikai just coming in and going, oh, I got 3 triples. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah. We do see Penguin there popping off with the 20 KA.
Versus Co-Pilot's 18. Very close match.
Yeah, very close blaster 1v1 right there.
Oh my god.
And also just... I like how SetToDestroy, we mentioned, they're staying composed in overtime. A lot of teams, when it gets to that, you hear the clock ticking, you just go in 1v1 because you feel like you have to stop the tower for your team.
It's all on you, but it's not. This is a team-based game. Something that I do want to touch on before we get into the next match, though, is how much the Tenta-Missiles, I think, mattered in that game. SetToDestroyX, as a top team, I don't think they would ever have expected Tentamissiles to be actually used like that. But we saw Gamer just so smart using them to throw them off, to start those pushes. And I think that's the potential of that special.
Yeah, Tentamissiles definitely have some potential right now. They're not the best special in the game, but you can definitely use them effectively if you have proper callouts with your team and things of that nature. So I liked how Gamer always used them kind of to start off a push and know where the enemy was coming from.
They always
good on
cluster
Gamer.
them. They just fluster them, and I think in the future we're going to see a lot more shot callers running a Tentamissile weapon just because of the ability it has to disrupt the enemy team.
Yeah, and that's actually going to be SetToDestroyX taking that set of tower control. So we're going to be moving on to the next mode here is Clam Blitz.
Clam Blitz, oh my god.
I don't know if maybe this plays actually into the favor of Saikai, because they're just a team that, you know, I saw earlier they were playing phenomenally on Clam Blitz, always keeping another player at 9 clams and one with the power clam to kind of throw them off of where they're going to be pushing from.
If there's anything that Brandon loves more than, you know, something you can find in this game, is just the ability to absolutely dumpster on someone, jumping in, having those 9 clams, getting the extra one thrown to him by a teammate, and just magically appearing at their spawn. But I've seen STDX just walking through today. There was this one push where they had 2 clams jump to the side of Walleye. They coordinated solo and immediately got 40 points. Just, they have these strats too. They are disciplined enough, and that's what I think this mode needs, is discipline.
Yeah, for sure. And let's see what we're going to get into this next game here. If they've changed anything with the comps, Gamer probably going to go to a longer range Splatling, I would predict. This is a good map for them, but no, he's going to stay on the mini Splatling. And we do have a Slosher Deco coming out from Penguin.
And Brandon.
Yeah, and also a roller coming out from Hexen with that Ninja Squid. He's actually been a monster with that roller lately.
No, like, on particular maps, Hexen's roller is terrifying. And definitely, I think he's one of the best flex players in the community right now. But right as I say that, we have Brandon coming in with a fair bit of
clams as well. So that's an early power clam for them. They've also got 7 elsewhere throughout their team, but I would have liked for them to kind of push forward, as they had 3 down for quite a bit.
Yeah, it could have been a very easy jump in, but then at what cost? It looks like they're just trying to hoard right now. We have a member up there with 9 clams, as you were saying earlier. Maybe some sneak attack, getting 1 clam thrown in. We have Copilot just trying to get some kills right now.
Yeah, and that's definitely going to fluster the team, trying to know which direction Saikai is going to be pushing from. Ooh, but Kiver with a nice win right there in his 1v1. But right now, Kiver's going to have to play against the map control, and does right there to get the pick onto Gamer.
I think the Tenatech's been falling out of favor a little bit, but it's so good just for situations like that. But then, of course, you got to face those blasters. Copilot going up huge there. That was a perfectly angled bomb, though. Did not have the re-ability to grab that clam.
Yeah, and right now, Fuzzy is close to that ink armor, so looks for him to try to get that going soon once they want to push. They do have the goal open. One of the members for SetToDestroyX did score. So now let's see if Fuzzy is going to elect to throw them in. Right now, he has a couple clams. He's going to go down, but I think he got about 4 clams in there.
Yep, and a lead of 65 is nothing to laugh at, especially on this map. They needed to be very careful, though, of that up top right there where Hexen was. Just got to make sure they lock that down the next push.
And here's the thing. Penguin has to stay safe. He's on the left of Brandon right now, but actually he is going to go down. So Brandon's just going to pop in with his baller, and he should be able to get 1 kill, gets 2 kills, and
there was 2
they've also
ballers
got
on the
2
way
power
right now.
clips, so they're right back at this with the lead.
Oh my god, and this is where we see Saikai shine, is just the unpredictability factor. Brandon throwing in so many clams. This game is by no means over yet, but he already has another baller. He's going into their spawn. This is the Saikai
That was
we know
the quickest
and love.
I've ever seen a bowler build up again. But, if he would have just landed on the ground, he would have gotten that kill. He does manage to pick up 1. Penguin does manage to finish him off, but that's a full wipe. If they can just get the clams, this is the game. But they have 0 clams at the moment.
We do see Copilot scrambling to get some clams right now. They are smart enough to realize that they need to lock down this position, and lockdown Copilot does. Gets that direct, just needing 2 more clams. Can Brandon do it? He does!
Yeah, and we
Let's
saw the
go,
pop off
Saikai.
there from Copilot. They're feeling themselves, finally getting their first win in this set. So, and that was pretty handily, I would say.
I was honestly most afraid that map, I think, requires the most amount of Clam Blitz discipline. So I thought it was going to go to STDX. I'm kind of happy to be proven wrong. That was hype as hell.
I mean, when you get great plays coming out from Brandon there, going on a kill streak and opening up the game for his team to come in with 2 power clams at the same time. So.
God, I've never seen someone just get another baller like that and then just decide to drop out of the sky. You know, as you were saying, 1 feet more and that would have been double. He still ended up getting one, though. Not surprised.
Yeah, and that one kill was enough for the rest of his team to get the wipe, and then from there, they just needed to collect the clams to finish it off.
It's crazy how much things can be steamrolled in this game. It's really interesting to notice, especially in modes like Rainmaker and modes like Clam Blitz. The one key member, I think, can make such a difference.
Yeah, with just one big play, I think, a couple picks, and you have pretty much all map control. And if you have all map control, you have most of the clams on the map as well.
A lot of times in team-based games, I think, you might have your carry card, you might have your DPS role that gets those kills, but there are a few games like Splatoon where any member at any time during the match can make that win condition.
Yeah, for sure. It just depends on how you're going to play your weapon or your role in regards to the rest of your team. So let's see if there's going to be any adjustments coming out from SetToDestroyX going into this next game on Humpback Pump Track. But honestly, we just saw Brandon pop off with that Slosher Deco. I think that's an amazing weapon on Humpback Pump Track as well.
I would be very surprised. Actually, knowing Brandon, I would not be surprised at all if he doesn't choose to run it again, but I sincerely hope he does. Though looking at STDX, I don't think they have much they need to change. It was one game. They won pretty handily in the past, and I think they're very confident in their comps.
Yeah, so we're going to get a look right now. Both teams still looking pretty good. Saikai's got some smiles on their faces, though, on that right side. And let's see how they're feeling going into this next game if we're going to see another quick knockout like that. Nice staying with what they were going with the last game. Actually, SetToDestroyX doesn't change at all, and the change coming out from the side of Saikai is the Sloshing Machine Neo coming out from Brandon.
I dig it.
They also have the Splatling Deco for bubble pushes.
Okay, I'm very into both of these changes right now. They're keeping SetToDestroy guessing, and guessing does Brandon make that kill. Wit is down. He needs to get this kill right here. Will he do it? He does. That is 3 down.
That's going to be another kill for Brandon. And Brandon is just on fire here today, just as we predicted. If he gets going, he's going to take this for his team. He's also got the Bomb Rush at the ready, going to make sure that they can't get anywhere near it. He gets a nice pick as well.
Kill on Fuzzy. I think that was a bounce off of the bubbles. The only sad thing right now is, where are their clams? When you get so many kills at the beginning of Clam Blitz, it might not matter because you need those power clams to advance.
Yeah, for sure. In other modes, it might not be like that. You can get the objective, but you have to go all around the map to get the clams here. And that kind of saved STDX and kept them still in this game early.
Another 10 seconds and that could have easily been a wipe, easily been a game win. But we have STDX pushing back into the middle, starting to get some clans themselves. You just see Kiver and Hexen on each other constantly. Very good matchup right now.
Yeah, and Wit is trying to get something going onto the left side of the map, but just retreats to Baller with the rest of his team. I want to see someone follow up with him here, though, and trying to get something going as Gamer is going to try to finish him. Yeah, nice picks coming out from Gamer there. They've also got the bubble, so once they get the clams ready, I think they can make a strong push.
And STDX is honestly playing this so well right now. They've been down a player at almost every instance of this match, but the testament of the fact that Saikai hasn't scored shows just how good of a team they are.
And Gamer's got a power clam at the ready, but they've also got some power clams scattered throughout the map on their other players, so watch out right there. The splashdown coming in from Hexen actually finishes off 1, and Gamer's just going to try and get at least a pick or 2 before he can move forward, but he's getting flanked.
He is
nice.
I was going to say, I would be afraid of that flank, but Gamer is not. Calls out Kiver. This is their time to move up. He has those bubbles, just needs to watch the flank behind him. Otherwise, this is a score.
Yeah, Gamer's coming in with the bubbles. As we said, once you get the bubbles up, it's pretty hard not to score.
And he makes the wall, too. Staying alive, was not able to wall dance well enough. Kiver, showing how good he is, does get that stop, and it is only looking like they're going to reach 71.
Yeah, but they're coming in from the left side. Should be a double team onto him. Gets the kill onto Shaq, but at the cost of Kiver's life. Now the bowler's going to come in and try to explode, but nice of Copilot to jump out there to keep himself alive and just get back into this with the rest of Saikai. And
Copilot special is so important here because they do have now a power clam on the side of their map, and they're definitely going to be able to start a counter push soon.
Ooh, and we saw Hexen die mid-splashdown on the right side of our map. It's a 1v2 situation. Kiver goes down right there, and Fuzzy's got a power clam, but he might go down as well, yeah. And now Penguin's the last one left in the middle of the map. It's forced to use Baller.
Is forced to Baller. Might be able to get a kill right here.
Those are perfect invincibility frames to stay alive on the splashdown against the Baller right there.
I'm impressed.
Frame perfect trick coming out from them there.
Hey.
And oof, now it's still looking in favor of Saikai on Clam Blitz.
And something that I'm just so surprised here is how far back Gamer's been saying this is not his traditional style. He's definitely playing the support he needs to in order to get map control to beat STDX.
Yeah, and he's also got those bubbles ready for another push and a lot of clams. So look for him if he gets the power clam at the ready to make that bubble push once again for some quick extra points. Trying to get a nice pick off, gets a couple shots, but the rest of his team is going down at the moment. He's the last one left. Gonna pop those bubbles to keep him away.
That defensive bubble right there was not able to protect him from the baller, and it looks like this might be a lead for SetToDestroyX.
Yeah, but they don't have the clams to back it up. Penguin tries to throw in a couple but misses, and Kiver's coming in with the big flank. Nice place from Kiver here. That's going to be...
No, they run out of time. That was so close to being the play that they needed, but we have just a wonderful execution on Gamer for that delay, gets the kill, and they are back in this.
Another miss by a couple of frames as they throw in the power clam, but the goal just runs away from them. They're closing, and that honestly saves Saikai from losing the lead.
That was exactly what Saikai needed right there. Sometimes you just gotta pray to the RNG gods. Maybe a few more sub-savers for that wonderful world of quick super jump would have helped them right there.
Oh,
but
that's
regardless,
a full wipe. And
they are wiped.
SetToDestroyX is coming right back at it. He's throwing up the clams for the rest of the team. That's going to be the lead for them. Hex is going to throw in a couple more just to build on it. And if they don't get a pop on the side, ooh, and Kiver
double splashdown kill, Kiver. Good job. Let's keep it going.
Hexen coming in with the flank is called out though by Brandon. Brandon's going to handle that. Brandon also has the power clam though, so he's
and that is an anti-full wipe. The timer's going to run out. This is their time to score.
Yeah, they've already got a power clam. They've got 2 ready, so this can be the lead if they open up the goal.
Yes, and we have Brandon over here so smart using that bomb rush. They got to divide STDX's attention. If they go in just running it with their 3 power clams.
3 power clams are at the ready for them. I want to see maybe one player who doesn't have it go in, Shaq.
Oh, and we do have the bubble right there.
But they're
3 members going down. It's
Fuzzy
just Shaq.
Fuzzy finishes the last member, and that most likely is going to be the game as Hexen's going to put in the score right now and finish the game.
That was such a close set that we had right here. Oh my god, they were just too complacent. They had the bubbles out. They thought they had that push, but Kiver said no, not today. And because of that, it's 1-1.
That's the Clam Blitz discipline that you talked about earlier. 3 power clams on the map, and they were able to focus each of them.
And it's not even about the focus. Saikai thought they were diverting attention. Red thought he was in the right position with those bomb rushes. But STDX, they knew the way to get behind. They knew the way to stay safe with those bubbles. The bubbles popped, but the flankers did not die. And that is the whole reason that I think this might now be STDX's set to lose.
Yeah, for sure. As we get into our last map here on Clam Blitz, it is going to be, I believe, Walleye Warehouse. And
God, old Final Destination. We're back at
Old Final Destination on a new mode. So I saw Saikai play this earlier, and they played it to perfection. This is where they kept juggling clams and making sure a player was at 9 to kind of go in, and they played it so good. Honestly, I would give them this game.
Okay, I don't know. I really want to give it to Saikai. I want to go to a 1-1 set scenario, but I also saw STDX playing this earlier, and that's where I saw them just being able to coordinate. They love pushes through the upside flank near spawn, and they were able to coordinate 3 players jumping in and throwing power clamps. And this wasn't against, random 7-seeded team. This was against Paradise.
Yeah, that's pretty strong showing from them in that regard. But all right, looks like we're going to be getting into this one soon-ish. The players just going to make a couple of comp changes. And is there anything you'd like to see from the comp changes?
I would like to see something to contest, honestly, something to contest Gamer's range. I think the entire reason that last match was so close is just there was nothing that could touch Gamer. They had to flank him. They had to catch him off guard. There was nothing that could kill him without him making a mistake.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely see maybe someone going with a little bit of range, but honestly, their short-range comp has been working so far, so maybe they don't want to switch too much from it. And I wouldn't be surprised if Hexen sticks with the roller.
Really?
But
no, I honestly think Walleye Warehouse is one of the weakest roller maps in the game.
I just like the curling bombs, I think, can 100%. Be really good. Yeah, curling bombs, maybe convince himself to go into it, but maybe Hexen will elect to go with range as well. So if there's any range on the team, it's going to come from Hexen for sure.
No, going with your curling bomb things, I would love to see the curling bomb dualies come out. I've seen Hexen play it in the past. I think it would be a really solid pick here.
Yeah. And just not only that, the M-Parry dualies have the curling bomb and the inkjet, which is extremely proficient here.
Yes.
Because you can get up to really high areas. As we see, you can get onto pretty much any grate on the map.
And speaking of proficient, it would be used by Hexen, so you know it's going to be deadly. But let's see what they're bringing us.
All right, and we're going to get into this game here. Hopefully, if our screen isn't frozen, but now we've got, all right, Hexen is going to elect to go for Umbrella. We haven't seen too many Umbrellas here today, and right as you said again, they're going to have to see what they can do up against that range of Gamer.
I mean, last time they were back against the wall in a situation where they could lose, they lost because of Umbrella in Clam Blitz. So this might be their answer.
Yeah, and now we've got Copilot being taken up. I like that there. As soon as Hexen went down, he called it out. Fuzzy immediately snapped to the right side to get that kill.
And didn't even have to use Ink Armor yet. Using the Ink Armor right now, trying to push up. Maybe do a left side push right here. We do see the Stingray coming out. Gets the kill before he can jump back. Welcome to LAN.
Yeah,
Very nice.
I like the attempt from Fuzzy there. He was in a lot of their ink. It was the only thing he could really do. So nice decision making, just didn't pan out from there. And now it's a nice
Copilot.
Ooh, he would have gotten 2 directs if he wasn't in the baller.
That was absolutely disgusting. Has that splashdown pretty much at the ready. They just need some clammy boys right now.
Oh, this would actually be a kill right there for him with another direct. Ooh, but he's going to have to deal with Hexen right there, kind of holding them back at the moment. Also with the sprinkler up. I like what Hexen's doing there. This should just keep him out for the moment. And honestly, Copilot's not in a very good position, and he's going to go down.
That was such a scary environment that SetToDestroyX made their own. Hexen knows how to hold that backline and did it perfectly right there.
And Hexen also throws up that Ink Storm to try and help his team finish off Brandon. Perfectly executed right there by SetToDestroyX right there. And I think they're going to go for something as one of the players, I believe, is going to go onto that right side.
Okay, but they don't even have 10 clams yet. They're down to 6 right now. 2 members down. We have Hexen trying to grab some, but it's just Hexen and Kiver on that right side.
Yeah, right now, just keep up the map control for your team until they can come back and get some clams for you right now. Penguin is just going to slosh onto that right side we see there. Kiver's going to hold the front line at the moment. And Shaq's coming in for a flank on the left. So that's something to keep an eye out for as they do pop the Inkjet coming in from Kiver.
Shaq.
Yeah,
that was exactly what they needed in that scenario, getting those clams down. They still have so many clams and so many specials at the ready. Shaq needs to come up huge here, and he does. And he's going to pop that Ink Armor. They have a power clam coming. I think they're going to score.
Yeah, it depends on... Oh, Gamer is going to come in. That is a score for them for sure. Throw in a couple extra power clams. They have 15 still going, and this actually is going down pretty quickly. Finally, SetToDestroyX is able to end the push there, but... That's a strong opening push with 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay, and I'm sure Gamer, very smart to back out, is probably close to another Stingray. The thing I am most afraid of right now is Kiver on that left side. He is looking to get that flank and get that super jump in. But thankfully, Brandon knows to watch out for it.
Brandon actually goes down to another player of SetToDestroyX. And if Kiver can just stay alive here and kind of push up once this Stingray is done, I think the rest of the SetToDestroyX can come back into this. Kiver's going to get a nice kill right there and pop that Inkjet. That should be a double. If he can just land this one shot, but
Brandon!
No, he does distract them long enough for somebody else to throw in the power clam, but I don't think there's going to be much follow-up.
And no, we only have Hexen left alive, trying to just hoard some clams so Saikai doesn't have it when they get back in mid, and that jump is so incredibly ballsy. Does go down. This is just Hexen's trying to stay alive right here. It's up to him to hold this back line.
Yeah. He does get the power clam at the ready, but they're not in a real position to push just yet. Need a couple more picks, but right now their NZAP is down. He's respawning, and look at this. They're on another push is Saikai here. They've got a power clam plus 11 more clams, so let's see what they do here going into this next push.
Oh, and Hexen is not able to have his Brella last long enough. That is 2 members down, and they have more than enough clammy boys right now. It is their time to push up.
Yeah, we do see both the clam players fighting on that right side.
Nice
Kiver's going to go down by Shaq. Shaq gets a power clam of his own right here, and they're just clams all around as everybody is going down in the middle of the map. Penguin tries to get a double. He gets the single so far, backs out, and now, honestly, Saikai has a lot to work with.
This seems like Saikai just saying, I don't want this clam. Here, you have a clam. You get a clam. They have so many clams on the field right now, but it doesn't matter if they can't push up into the space. Shaq wants to make that suicidal push right there, but he knows he'll just go down. We have Brandon making absolute destruction right now. They're going to come up here. They're going to get this clam. Let's go, Brandon. Get that triple.
Yeah, that's a nice couple kills right there coming in from Brandon. He tops it off with the bomb rush, but Shaq's going to go down on that left side, and that might end the push for them unless Brandon's going to go and try to risk his life to pick it up.
No,
Brandon's going to be safe. They do have the lead with only 30 seconds left, so I could see why Brandon wanted to play a little bit safe there and gets another kill for it.
God, you can't even see my face right now, but that was just full-blown fantastic job by Brandon right here.
He is out of ink for the moment. All right, he does recover a bit, but he's got 2 members coming at him. That's going to be a death for Brandon right there. And honestly, SetToDestroyX still has the makings of a strong push if they can just get 1 or 2 more picks.
Okay. And On the side of Saikai, we do have the Stingray coming out. Does catch Wit off guard. They are trying to catch that last kind of clam there right now. We have the Ink Storm running out. This is STDX's time to push. They have to push right now.
And look, he did throw it up there. I think he's telling Fuzzy to go pick it up. Fuzzy might pick that up for his team, but he's going to go down. And this is going to be the end. Penguin's the only one left. He dies, and Saikai is going to take the Clam Blitz set.
This is a 1-2-1 set scenario. This is what I've been waiting for. This is what I wanted to see today.
Yeah.
I would we to see Shaq, you know, kind of stretching right now and saying, I did that. #1 seeded LAN team in the world. No match for us in Clam Blitz. Very nice job.
Yeah. And very nice KAs coming out from Shaq and Brandon right there, leading the way for their team as we do get into our next mode here, which is, I believe...
Splat Zones. The ultimate final destination of Splatoon modes. We're going to see Muscle Forge Fitness, Mako Mart, and Inkblot Academy.
Yeah, and if I'm SetToDestroyX, I'm feeling pretty decent about ourselves. If anybody knows, they do play Splat Zone scrims often, but they did also practice specifically for Beakon maps, I heard. So.
Okay. I don't know. The thing that I'm most afraid of here is that every time before this event, I've seen them face Muscle Forge Fitness. Power is there. Power is on the charger. Power locks down that zone. Fuzzy, an amazing player in his own right, but how does he fit into the plans that they've already built? How did their plans change to make this the map that it used to be only theirs? Are they now going to fall out of favor because they don't have that kind of anchor player?
I think, actually, I would make a little prediction here, is that Hexen's going to take on the anchor role with a Rapid Blaster. I think Rapid's a really good weapon here to control the bridge area. You can pretty much shoot over and keep them out. And he also has that Bomb Rush to get him back in. And it is Splat Zone, so that's going to put a lot of pressure onto the zone with the Bomb Rush.
Yes, I was actually watching one of the videos that Pangit made a while ago about how to scrim on this map. And something I found really interesting is that it's always SetToDestroyX's goal to, if they're bomb rushing from their spawn, trying to get back in, you have someone in there going to commit suicide in order to kill that bomb rusher. So they're going to play very aggro, very aggressive, I think, in this matchup.
All right, yeah, and we're going to get into this one pretty quickly here. And honestly, this is a big game to win. You don't want to go down 1-0
Get that
right
momentum
now,
right now. It is a Game 7 situation. Any other format, this will be the last one, but we might have 2 more to go.
Yeah, so we're going to get into it really quickly here. And looking at the team comps, we do have pretty standard comp. And yes, Hexen is going to go on that Rapid Blast to play a little bit of an anchor role. But is that going to be able to combat Gamer's Splatling Deco?
Did you see how quickly they secured that zone? That was absolutely mental. Brandon over here just trying to find an angle, but it's so awkward right now. He has 2 members on him. He needs to back off.
Yeah, all of the members of SetToDestroyX know exactly where he is. Luckily for him, that is going to save him. But I think Penguin's in position to finish this off. Yeah, and that's almost a full wipe coming in from SetToDestroyX, so they're looking pretty strong on their home mode.
I am definitely expecting them to play as aggro-aggressive as possible. Someone's going to try and push up into that spawn. They are just going to hold this with a lock iron fist, and it's up to, I think, a Stingray user right here on the side of Gamer trying to make them push back in.
Yeah, and honestly, I like the position we saw Fuzzy was off to the right, kind of locking that side down. And here comes the Bomb Rush to combat the special usage of Saikai here, and I like that reasoning from Hexen there, but unfortunately they do lose the zone.
They do lose the zone.
Oh, actually, they didn't.
Oh, no, they don't, but I think now Gamer, if he has anything to say about it, does get that
now
close
finally they're going to lose the zone,
kill.
most likely if they can paint it here. And Gamer finally does. He also has the bubble blower at the ready, just in case they try to push it, and I think he's going to elect to wait for them to come to them and then pop the bubbles.
Yes, and something that teams like STDX, teams like Saikai are so good at are just popping these defensive bubbles, these attacking bubbles. It's really crazy how fast they can deplete them on zone. Yeah,
Gamer's in a nice position to try and zone them out real quick. He's going to combat the Bomb Rush with his bubbles, so I like the play coming out from him, but he's going to get pushed back by that Slosher Deco on Penguin right here, and Penguin's going to help secure the zone for his team.
Okay, we do have Penguin getting Justice rained down by Brandon, does help secure that kill, and is up to Kiver right now to try and call out Shaq right here.
Yeah, I like the grouping up from STDX right now. Hexen's controlling that bridge area as we saw for now, putting up his Ink Mines perfectly placed into the zone, and he's just going to make sure nobody can come in through this bridge right here.
Okay, and we do actually have 1 member of STDX going down. That is huge. 1 member down on the side of Saikai. We have Co-Pilot with some Ink Armor trying to make things happen.
Ooh, and a lot going on behind Hexen.
Oh my goodness, the bubble kill.
Yeah, good plays coming out. That's a full wipe coming out, and now Gamer and the rest of Saikai here need to make something happen. I think he's looking to build up that bubble blower, but doesn't really have the ink on the map to kind of do it yet.
I think right now Saikai is really showing just the fact that STDX is so much more disciplined. They are spreading out, they're trying to find a position, but they don't know exactly where to hold right now. They are just haphazardly running around the zone, and because of that, STDX is able to push back in. Fuzzy is all the way behind him, but no! Gets called out by Shaq, showing just how good he is at that end zap. This is definitely their time.
Oh, and a nice bowler coming in from Penguin secures the zone for his team. Penguin actually gets a double kill. Good moves coming out from Penguin. A triple kill for Penguin right there. And is he going to get the quad? Penguin secures the game for his team right there.
Oh my god, and this is now Saikai's time to push in. They need to regroup. They have about 30 seconds on the clock. It is enough, but they are facing STDX. This is not easy.
Penguin's just on a tear here with that slosher, and honestly, he's doing a perfect job to stay alive, help his team out. And honestly, that was pretty good because the rest of the team came in to clean it up.
And it is a 2-2 scenario, but we just have Kiver all the way behind them. It is on the Splat lane. It is the Splat lane going down. It is all up to Brandon. Brandon needs to work some magic right here. But in that exchange, they actually did end up capping the zone. You see that timer increase. They have enough time to get back in here.
Yeah, for sure. But look at how STDX is always together and perfectly positioned to help each other out if needed. And now Brandon's going to try and get something going. He should be able to help his teammate get the kill right there. But the bomb rush is going to force him back. And a good bomb rush coming out from Hexen right there.
Let's go,
try and secure something.
Okay, and we have Brandon just trying to wait out right now. He realizes that there's only 2 left alive, so he needs to be all the way behind them, trying to get this kill on Kiver. Can he do it? No, Kiver outplaying, gets the kill on Copilot too, and that's game.
Yeah, nice awareness there by Kiver to handle that so perfectly. And even though they do get the trade right there, that is going to be the end of the game. STDX stayed so composed right there.
Honestly, that went exactly how I am expecting it to. I am expecting them to take game 1, but I am not expecting game 2 to be as easy. I think we're in for a reverse sweep. I'm calling it now just so I can be proven wrong later.
I really like the way STDX played that map. Even though Saikai had their moments, I think STDX just played as a team way more. Every time they got locked out, we saw from their perspective, they would always group up on the right to come back in and wait for specials and then get 1 or 2 picks and go off of that. And that's the way you got to play Splat zones in particular when you're trying to get back in.
Okay, and definitely, I think Muscle Forge Fitness is one of the most textbooks Splat zones maps, and that's why STDX is so good at it. But we're looking at Mako Mart, we're looking at Inkblot Academy that comes after that. These are maps with flanks. These are maps with just the ability to get in the weirdest positions. And once again, as we've said all set long, weird is where Saikai lives. They're going to hopefully be able to make something crazy happen. I'm expecting a pop off from Copilot if they want to win this.
Yeah,
I want a game 3.
I would expect Copilot maybe to get on a blaster of some sorts. I think blaster's an amazing weapon on Mako Mart in particular. So I wouldn't be surprised if he gets onto that. And honestly, as you mentioned, a map like Mako Mart is where Saikai can excel. So I want to see Brandon pop off with maybe another sloshing machine, Neil.
Maybe not even the sloshing machine. How is Deco here? I haven't played Deco enough.
Deco should be good.
Okay.
If he throws up the sprinklers in good spots, he's going to get that baller ready a lot. And baller, there are good amount of spots where you can drop down with the baller and get a couple kills.
Okay, let's see what they're running. Who knows? For all we know, they're running triple NZAP.
All right, so we're going to be getting into this one right here. And honestly, I'm excited to see how it is. It's game point right now for SetToDestroyX as we're getting into this maybe last game here.
Maybe last game of Winners Finals of Beakon 2018.
And it looks like both teams are pretty composed right there, locked in. And we're going to be getting into this real soon, hopefully.
Hopefully. We see all the guns firing right now. Let's see if anyone's already dead. A quick cap on the side of STDX.
Yeah,
no
same
surprise
as
right there.
Last time they got the quick cap as well. You pointed it out. And they're in a pretty good position now. I think this is a great position for Penguin to do some work on that slosher. And now, that was Bubbles come out, are going to cap the zone, but Penguin's got the baller in response right here.
That was just a complete distraction on the side of Saikai. It worked out for a minute, but we already got Penguin back in it with his baller. This is a 2v4 situation.
Yeah, I like the positioning from Penguin thus far into the set. He's been on this right side for the most part, and I think he can do a lot of damage onto their plat and just into the zone from there. So I want to see Penguin trying to work this side a little bit more. Most of STDX actually is on that right side, so maybe that's something Saikai has to notice.
Yes, and Brandon sees 2 players right there, but he is going to go down in that splash down. There is no escaping that. And honestly, this is looking like just such a steamroll on the side of STDX.
That's a full wipe. And honestly, if they can get, I think, 2 more picks, this game is over.
2 more picks, this game is over, and this might be one of them right now. Brandon does end up going down. They just have such a hard lockdown. They should not have jumped down from spawn. 30 seconds left.
That's going to be another kill for Kimber for sure. Kiver getting a secure kill, and honestly, I don't even know if they're going to have enough time to get back into the zone. Kiver should just get that armor up just in case here. Oh, but that actually might be it. Yeah.
This is 10 seconds left on the
They've
clock.
got the
They have the
bubbles.
bubbles coming out. They need to play objective. 3 down. Are they going to be able to cap in time? That is honestly
yeah, they are
a
going to get the
full
cap.
wipe.
Yeah, they're going to get the cap for sure right there. So good of them to come back. I would have just liked Kiver to play a little bit more safe with the armor.
Kiver could have easily won that game right there. But, you know, in that hype of the moment, it is all about trying to lock out. You don't know what the best play is. But they are already back to capping the stone. Shaq goes down, 3v4 situation. And STDX is just showing such dominance right now.
That was very scary. I saw 3 armored players just run at him. And
yeah,
there's not much you can do with that.
I would have just jumped off the map.
Yeah, and now we've got Copa here pretty much in no man's land at this point. Gonna get picked off by Kiver and the rest of the team. And look, every time somebody dies, there's 3 around him.
3 around him. This is the name of the game for STDX. They forced that jump out. Gamer does have the bubbles at the ready, but is it going to be enough? 26 points on the clock. We have Brandon getting a kill. Can he get another? He gets 2. Absolutely huge here. But none of this will matter if they can't continue to hold the zone.
That's going to be another kill for Brandon right there. They're going to get full positioning because it was a full wipe as well. He's going to go in with the baller, but he drops down because they're just going to keep painting around him. And honestly, they're just going to keep painting if he can't jump up there.
Yeah, and we just see Brandon, I think, trying to divert some attention right there. Does get the trade on to Fuzzy. What they're looking for right here. Co-Pilot gets the kill on the Bomb Rusher. No pushback in just yet.
Oh, and that should be decent starting right there with the splashdown to force him back. And that's going to get a couple more points at least for now for Saikai.
Those is a very risky bubble right now. They really needed it to combat this baller coming into zone right now. We have Wit just having his way. There are 2 members down, but he might just get the quick cap. No! Gamer says not today. Up on his plat. Up here trying to get this win.
Yeah, and now Saikai's in the same position as before, but just on the opposite end, where if they get 1 or 2 more picks, this could be the game. And honestly, time is running out for SetToDestroyX here. They need something quick.
They have 1 member going down. The bubbles are almost on deck. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lead. And this might be the game right here.
Oh,
let's go. 1-1. Game 9. Winners finals.
If Penguin would have been able to pop his bowler there in the zone, that would have been a cap actually for STDX. So that was a really close game, and we're going to game 9 right now.
Game 9, only at Beakon, only in this format. Goodness, this is why I came to Long Island, dude.
Yeah. Hopefully they
Goodness.
make some adjustments on both sides, because it was a little antsy at both times for both teams. So
Yes.
I want to see them just game 9 right now, play a little bit more composed both beginning and end.
I think the only reason SetToDestroyX wasn't able to close things out right there is because of how ballsy they were with that spawn camp. If they backed off a little bit, Saikai was just kind of running in. They could have easily trapped the players instead of getting in a 1v1 scenario where you have the potential to lose.
Yeah, Kiver was on that angle where he could have hid behind the block once again. He already got 1 kill from there onto Shaq, and if I think he would have done it again, it would have worked, because even though he was probably called out, they had to worry about him and the zone. But him standing in between them in the zone kind of just ruined it for himself.
The thing that I'm so afraid of for the side of SetToDestroyX right now is, you know, we're talking about this on stream right now. What are the players thinking? I'm sure they realize everyone makes mistakes every single game. We see Shaq right now just deep in thought. It is all of the adrenaline, all of the drama. The team that loses this doesn't go home. So it's not like all the cards on the line. But usually the team who wins winners finals takes the entire tournament.
Yeah,
That's $3,000. If Saikai wins this, I think they get to go to SNS easy. I think they get to continue their LAN careers. So there's a lot on the line for them.
And just especially going into winners finals in particular, you're most likely going to see them again in grand finals.
Most likely.
So you want that upper edge, knowing that you've already beat them and you've already taken them down before. So this is a big win for both teams.
Yes, and, you know, even if SetToDestroyX gets sent to losers, not going to count them out. You guys saw G5. You saw them take the double set on Legacy. They definitely have it in them, but I don't think they want to get into that scenario.
No, never want to get down there. As we get into this last game here, and this is where it all comes down to. I think this is a very good map for both teams. They can kind of shine if they get control of the top middle.
I think it's going to be who pops off. Pangit, Brandon. Both their slosher players, both the scariest weapon here. That's the weapon that Pangit played in the E3 Invitational. Absolutely dominated with it. And we see once again, actually, Gamer bringing out the mini.
I don't know if I like that pick, to be honest, because now they've got the range on the side of STDX to deal with it, because they have the Rapid Blaster, which has about the same range.
Okay, and we just really need to be careful right now for Saikai. We do see Shaq, we do see Copilot backing up because they just have so much pressure.
Oh, but
from
Kiver
Splat
backs
right
up
now.
into a suction bomb. Unfortunate death for him. Hopefully Hexen can just keep them out for the rest of the team. He does have the bomb rush ready, so I think he's going to pop that soon and just try to keep up the pressure.
Oh,
but
and the Tenta missiles,
Tenta
exactly what I wanted Gamer to be doing right here. He knows when to pop those missiles. He knows when to apply that pressure. It's not about starting to push. It's about ending it, and that's exactly what he did right there.
Yeah, he's almost at those Tenta missiles again. So good of Gamer here thus far. And he's just going to throw some burst bombs onto the plat to get a little bit more pressure going. Almost walks into a suction bomb, but luckily for him, stays alive at the moment. And now they're just getting picks on both sides.
Okay, and we have Brandon trying to get a position up top right now. Those Tenta missiles causing so much mayhem on the plat. He's probably going to get 2 right here.
This is where he
Pops
excels.
this baller right now. Can he get the kill over here?
This
He's going to
where
be aggressive
Brandon-
for it.
That's where Brandon's at home in the enemy plat, in the enemy spawn.
And he's causing
yeah.
so much destruction for SetToDestroyX. They're not used to being on the back foot right here. They have a baller to get ready, but is Wit with anyone? Is he going in by himself? Is this a good push? Yes, it looks like it is. He might be able to get a kill here.
He's going to go down to the blaster for sure right there of Copilot. And Copilot now is going to work with the rest of his team. Probably going to get the splashdown kill if they work together as well.
But
and
they get the cap. They were just, paying attention to that splashdown. It might not have been for kills. It might have been for distraction. Can he get the kill right here on Kiver? No. Kiver says not today. We have Shaq on that right side trying to call him out, but the timer's ticking down.
Yeah, right now SetToDestroyX got a nice cap to keep them still in this game. Nice pick by Kiver as well. Kiver's playing pretty well right now. Spots one going onto the plat. That is Brandon. Brandon goes down right away, and that could actually be very big for SetToDestroyX.
Brandon just not even paying attention to the guy under him. He wanted to be on their plat, but at what cost? And we almost have the bomb rush up on the side of Hexen. Exactly what they need to lock down. And he is watching the flank. One of Saikai's favorite places to push him
Okay,
from.
and now Hexen's going to get up here, and I believe he might toss out that bomb rush soon once they try to get in. Fuzzy's targeted by those missiles, so I think he has to move, but he's just going to splash down to stay alive there. Good of him to use those invincibility frames to stay alive.
And he gets the double.
Honestly,
and he gets the triple, the Fuzzy special. I thought he was good as dead there, but now
Fuzzy
he's
just got
good
his
as
team
won
the
the
lead.
game.
Fuzzy just got the lead for his team right there, playing it perfectly. And I like the idea to keep up the pressure from him. If he can just keep them out long enough. Ooh, and Gamer goes down.
That's
this
game.
player is going to go down as well. Copilot goes down, and that is going to end up being the game unless Brandon pulls up some type of miracle. No, SetToDestroyX takes a set. Fuzzy takes off his headphones. He's already done with the game. And SetToDestroyX wins game 9.
STDX, I'm sure you're watching right now, and I'm sure you're going, damn,
Yeah.
we picked up a good player.
Yeah.
Showing right there, getting that quad, setting up that destruction. I thought that was Saikai's game to lose, and Fuzzy says, no, it's our game to win. Amazing job, 2-1 scenario. Neither team, I think, is anywhere close from being done with this tournament, though.
I don't think any other player would have thought to stay in that position that Fuzzy did. I would have had
Even
Tenta
with the
missiles.
Tenta missiles.
I would have had Tenta missiles on me and I would have ran away. But
Just
he
drop
stays there,
down, get back to mid.
realizes he has the splashdown to stay alive from, and perfectly times it where he can just eliminate everyone on their plat.
So now we need to look at Saikai. Are they going to be the loser bracket busters, or has the fire been kindled? Are they ready to take names in these final 2 sets?
But there's also the point of that SetToDestroyX now is going to be on a little bit of a break, while Saikai is going to be playing in, obviously, the Losers Grand Final. So maybe they'll have momentum if they do end up winning that set going into the next one.
That is one of the biggest things, and why I think resets are such a, a regular thing is because you do have that Losers Finals momentum.